Welcome to today's yoga challenge, bonus day 31. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. And to make a good habit, it takes up to 3 months of performing the same task. So feel free to go back and repeat all the classes or save the classes that you really enjoyed and continue with those. I do have other Hatha and Yin yoga classes available on my YouTube channel that are also 15 to 20 minutes. So keep on going, do a little yoga every day for 3 months to build a really good habit. So let's start today with the breathing exercise. So come to sit on your mat, take a deep breath in, move your head up and look up to the sky. Breathe out slowly through your mouth, bring your chin down and drop your chin down towards your chest. Take a deep breath in and start to move your head upwards. Look up towards the sky, breathing in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Nice slow long breath and bring your chin back down to your chest as you breathe out. Breathe in, look up. Just move your head as far back as you can comfortably go and breathe out and bring that chin back down. Breathe in through your nose and look up. Breathe out through your mouth and slowly bring that chin back to your chest. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out through your mouth and bring your chin back down to your chest. Let your breathing now return back to its natural rhythm. We're going to start by doing a yoga mudra warm-up. So swing your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, lift your hands up as far as you can comfortably go and drop your head down towards your mat. And we are going to hold you up for a few breaths. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly come up, lengthen your spine. Release your fingers, and then bring your hands down flat to the mat, palms flat on the mat behind you, fingers pointing forward, arch your back forward, and gently drop your head backwards, and we're going to hold you for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lengthen your spine, come back to center, and swing your arms, put your left hand on the mat behind you, fingers pointing away from you, right hand on your left knee, and then turn and twist and look over your left shoulder, and let's hold you out for a few breaths. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lift your hands, swing them around, and come to twist in the opposite direction with your right hand on the mat, left hand on right knee, and turn and twist and look over your right shoulder, and let's hold you out for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, come back to center, and we're going to do a few hip rotations. So arch your back backwards and then come forwards and do nice big circles from the hips, as big as you can, trying to keep your hands on your knees and trying to move as much as you can just from the hips. And let's do one final rotation, and when you're at the center back, change directions and make nice big circles in the opposite direction. Let's do one last final rotation. Come to center back and then lengthen your spine and come back to a neutral seating position. We're now going to do our first pose, which is puppy pose. So swing your legs underneath you and come up onto all fours. Walk your hands forward on your mat and slowly drape your body and bring your forehead down to the mat. You can drop your elbows to the mat alongside your head. Bring your palms together and then slowly lift your hands up in prayer up above your head. And let's hold ya for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly lower your hands down to the mat. And use your hands to push yourself back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes underneath you, and then push yourself up into downward dog. And we're going to be doing a walk the dog. So slowly drop one knee at a time. Just walking the dog, and we're going to do this here for a few breaths. So move at your own pace. And come back to neutral downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out, extend your right leg behind you, then bend that knee, come bring it towards your chest, move your body forward and drop your foot forward on the mat as far as you can go. Then walk your right foot to the center front to between your hands. Drop your left knee and foot down to the mat. And then bring your hands up at your side and bring your body up in a low lunge. Your hands are above your head. They are facing each other, but they are not touching. And you're forming a crescent arch with your back as far as you can comfortably go. And we're going to hold you for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly bring your hands down to the mat on either side of your foot. Then I want you to bend your left knee and with your right hand reach back and grab a hold of your left foot or ankle. Keep your left hand flat on the mat alongside your right foot. Then turn and twist and look up over your shoulder at the ceiling above you. And let's hold ya for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly release your left foot. Bring your left hand to the mat. Then I want you to just slowly straighten that front right leg as far as you can comfortably go. If you need to walk your hands slightly back to do so, you can do that. And then drop your forehead down towards your knee. And we're going to hold you for a few breaths in a half split pose. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, bend your right knee, walk your hands forward, move your hips forward, tuck your left toes underneath you and come up off your knee. Step your right leg back into downward dog, and we're going to walk the dog again here. Move at your own pace and listen up when I give you instructions to move into the next pose. Come back to neutral downward dog. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, extend out your left leg this time. Bend the knee, bring your knee to your chest, move your body forward and drop your left foot to the mat, and then walk it to between your hands. Drop your right knee and foot down to the mat. Bring your body up, bring your hands to your side, up and over your head in a low lunge. Keep your hands facing each other but apart, and then try to form as much of a C with your back as you can, and then hold you out for a few breaths. Nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, drop your hands down to the mat on either side of your foot. Bend that right knee, and then reach back with your left hand to grab a hold of your right foot to ankle, and then turn your head to look up over your shoulder in a twist, and let's hold you out for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly release your back foot and bring it down to the mat. Bring your hands down to the mat, move your hips back, and lengthen and straighten that left leg as much as you can. If you need to walk your hands back a little bit to do so, please do so. And then drop your forehead down towards your knee, and let's hold you in a half split for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, walk your hands forward, move your hips forward, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up, and then bring your left foot back and push yourself into downward dog. And we're going to do a walk the dog again. Take your time here, walking your knees one at a time. Go back to neutral downward dog, and then slowly drop down your knees to the edges of your mat and bring your big toes together. We're going to do a child's pose. So come bring yourself to sit on your feet, keeping your arms extended. Drop your forehead down to the mat. If you can't reach the mat with your forehead, you can form fists with your hands and rest your forehead on your fists. And we're going to hold you in child's pose for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lift your head up. Walk your hands forward on your mat. Bring your body forward, lengthen out your legs, and come to lie down on your belly on your mat. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders and gently push yourself up into Cobra. Make sure your hips do not lift up off of the mat. And we're going to hold you for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, lower yourself down to the mat. Then roll over onto your side and roll over onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. And keeping your knees elevated, take your hands up and out to the sides in a T at your shoulder height. And then gently drop your knees over to the right onto the floor, and then look over to your left hand in a gentle supine twist. And we're going to hold here for a few breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out, engage your core by pulling in your belly button towards your spine. Then lift your knees up to center and gently drop them over to the left hand side, and turn your head to look over to your right hand. And let's hold here for a few more breaths. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe out again, engage your core by pulling in your belly button towards your spine. Bring your legs up to center, and then gently hug your knees in towards your chest. Release them and lengthen out your legs, and let's get ready for Savasana, final resting pose. So let your feet fall apart naturally. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Your arms are at your side. Your palms are facing up. You can close your eyes or lower your gaze as we just take a moment now to let our bodies absorb and integrate all the work we have just done with it. A closing mantra for today. I release the old, I embrace the new, and I move forward with ease. Come back to your body in the room and take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can wriggle your fingers and toes and move your head from side to side. When you're ready, open your eyes, bend your knees, roll over onto your side, and use your hands to push yourself up into a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today, and know that I really appreciate you. Hands in front of your heart in prayer. Go well. Namaste.